When I'm building Excel solutions, one of the things I really like to do is indent my formulas. The longer they get, the more important this becomes because it just helps me understand what's going on. It makes them more readable, and it certainly helps when we get into the debugging stage if they're indented nicely so I can sort of see what level I'm working at. Now, the problem with this is that indenting is a really manual process in Excel. You got to go and edit the formula. You got to press Alt+Enter for every line break you want. You can't use the tab key, so you got to be lining things up with a certain number of spaces. So if you've got a complex formula several levels deep, you might be pressing the spacebar 10 times on each row. It's just painful. Now, there are some tools that will indent a formula for you, like Microsoft's Advanced Formula Editor add-in that you can get, but I find it really finicky to work with because you pretty much got to do one cell at a time. You got to open it from the task pane, copy the formula, paste. It's just awkward. So what I wanted here was a really easy way to indent one or more cells simply. So that is what I've built here, and I'm hoping that you're going to like this, but I do need to let you know about a couple things. Number one, it's language agnostic. Whether you're in English or anything else, this should work for you. But number two is this is a pro feature. And what that means is if you're on a free license, the FX Monkeys button over here will be grayed out. You won't be able to access any of those tools, and the shortcut I'm about to show you also will not work. Okay, so but if you're on a pro license, I'm really hoping you're going to like this. So let's go and grab a few formulas. I do want to call out this one here. This is an if error round formula. If I take a look at this, this is an if error subtotal. We have a slightly different subtotal range in this particular one here. And down here, we've got an if error with just a difference in it. So there's a few different formula structures going on in this thing. So I'm going to grab all of this, and in order to indent it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Control-Shift-I. And just like that, every one of these formulas has been indented. Because we have our dynamic resizing the formula bar on, you can see that it automatically showed up here nicely indented. And if I go and take a look, here's my subtotal, here's my other subtotal. So everything's been preserved nicely, just indented. Here's my difference. Beautiful. Now, what if I want to unindent things? Sure, no problem. Let's go and grab all these guys here. This does require a button. So we're going to go to the FX Monkeys, hit the drop down arrow, and unindent formulas. And that will go and unindent them all. So there we go. We're right back to a flat single line entry. No problem. Of course, if you're looking carefully, you might notice as well that right here, there's indent formulas. So if you forget the Control-Shift-I shortcut, you can still go and click indent formulas and get the same behavior. Now, I know what some of you are thinking is, hey, Ken, I write macros and I have Control-Shift-I since nobody else uses it in Excel. I've got that assigned to trigger my macro. And now Monkey Tools is indenting instead of running my macro. What the heck is going on? No big deal. Anytime I override Excel's default behavior, it is really important to me that we give you a way to turn that off. So let's go turn it off. So if we go to the Options Monkey, we go to Global Options, what you can see here is that we have the ability to use the default Control-Shift-I shortcut behavior. And if I click that box and click close, at that point in time, Control-Shift-I will return to your use and Monkey Tools won't get in the way anymore. So your macros will start running just fine again. And it's important to know that this will stick between multiple instances of Excel. So when you open Excel next time, this setting will still be there and we will not be interfering with your macros at all. Okay. So an important thing to know. Now, I do want this, so I'm going to turn this off and just say close because I want that behavior. And now I want to show you one more thing. And that is the fact that we've got formula indenters in Excel, reading from the grid here, but we also have formula indenters in another place. And that is the BiblioMonkey. So I'm just going to go and click on BiblioMonkey and we'll launch this out. And let's go and find an Excel formula like this one here, the volume forecast with override. Now this is obviously one of the formulas that I've put into my BiblioMonkey. But what I want you to notice is this. When I go and say, and in this instance, it's actually Control-I without the shift will go and indent nicely. Beautiful. If I press it again, it'll take me to the unindented single line formula. Now it's obviously wrapping because we got multiple lines here. And if I press Control-I again, it goes back to the original version that's actually stored in the BiblioMonkey. Okay, so indent, unindent, original is where we actually get to. And I can prove this is the original by clicking on something else. Let me indent it first. I'll click on something else. We'll go back and you can see that is the original version. Okay, so We have the ability to do indentation in here to make it a little bit easier to actually see what you've got inside your BiblioMonkey. It will, of course, go and color code it so we can actually see what's going on. It makes it a little bit easier to see what's a Monkey Tools tag versus something else. And this is some of the cool work that we've done around our indenters and parsers. Again, the features inside this window here work for pro users for your indentation, so just be aware of that. But I hope that you'll find the indentation, unindentation useful if you are on a pro license.